What's up, Totem Pole Nation? Welcome back to Lambo and Matt's World of Sports. No shocker to anybody. The Patriots are unsure of what is going to happen at the QB spot. Now, they have the number 3 overall pick. Caleb Williams will not be there. So it's Jayden Daniels or Drake Maye. Who's going to fall? Who do we think is a better fit? We'll get into all of that and more. As always, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Make sure to get some gear at TotemPoleNation.com. And as always, shout out to Sideline Sports Network. Let's get into the Patriots QB talk now.
Well, Jerod Mayo, you are on the clock as of May or April of 2024, whenever the draft is. You have to pick the quarterback of the future. Mac Jones, don't start that man because we got a new offensive coordinator. We got Alex Van Pelt. That's the new offensive coordinator. Now, Bill O'Brien could have stayed, but Bill O'Brien's the head coach of Boston College. And on a note talking about this, Bill O'Brien respectfully wanted Jerod Mayo to hire his own staff. So there you go. You hired a great offensive coordinator in Alex Van Pelt, who has been with the Cleveland Browns. He's worked with Baker Mayfield. Back in the 2014 to 2017, he's worked with Aaron Rodgers. And Cincinnati Bears, I think he had 1 year with Joe Burrow before he got hurt. So he's worked with pretty good quarterbacks in the past. If I'm the Patriots, who do I draft? Well, Matthew Judon and Kendrick Bourne said on a podcast they wanted Jayden Daniels, a mobile quarterback, a great pocket passer. I mean, I think it's all talk. But, I mean, hey, Jerod Mayo's a player's coach. Should probably listen to his players. But if I'm the Patriots, if I want them to succeed, by the way, I've already betted a person $1,000 if we win the Super Bowl within the next 5 seasons. I'm giving them 5 seasons for us to win the Super Bowl. Yes, and I'm real serious about this. He's an Eagles fan. So I bet $1,000 we win the Super Bowl within the next 5 years. If I'm going to take a quarterback that's going to take us to the promised land, the number 3 pick the Patriots should pick is Drake Maye. I like Drake Maye. He can be mobile. He's a great pocket passer. I don't think Jayden Daniels fits the system, and that has nothing to do with other things. All right, I think Drake Maye is the best pick. Caleb Williams will go to Cliff Kingsbury with the Commanders because, you know, the connection is there. I think if I'm the Patriots, Drake Maye is your best option, better than Jayden Daniels. And if you pick Jayden Daniels, I might have a little bit of concern. So please go with Drake Maye.
So you think the Commanders are trading up to 1?
Don't the Commanders have number 2 pick? They're ahead of the Patriots, aren't they? So no, they don't need to trade up to get Caleb Williams. No, because if they don't need to get Caleb Williams, they have the pick.
The Bears are not going to just let that number 1 spot. Like, they're not just going to take Marvin Harrison Jr.
Why not? What if they want? They want to keep.
They know that the 3 teams behind them need a quarterback very, very badly. So they're going to make it seem like –
that's a waste of a roster space, though. If you look at it.
But that's what I'm saying is that if they don't want Caleb, that's fine. I think that they're going to trade Justin Fields, and they're going to take him. If they don't trade Justin Fields, they're still going to make it seem like they want him and they want Justin out. So then there is more interest and value in that pick. If they just take Marvin Harrison Jr. at 1 when they could have traded back to 2 or 3 and gain draft capital or a player, you would just not be doing your job as a GM because you can get him at 2 or 3. You know, like if it's Washington and the Patriots, unless Washington all of a sudden thinks Sam Howell is going to be the guy of the future and they take him, like, you know that those 2 teams are going to take a quarterback. So you have the safety of getting Marvin Harrison Jr. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But go ahead. I'm done. I think we get
So I'm with you. I think Steelers fan M2K says the Patriots.
You suck too. That's okay. That's okay. We sucked for 4 years. Okay.
So I also think it's Drake May. I think that now, if you just look at last year's numbers and you're just looking at the box score, you'd be like, why wouldn't you take Jayden Daniels? Well, Drake May is, I think, 3 years younger than Jayden Daniels.
Yes.
3 years younger. He's the size of Justin Herbert. He's like 6'5", 250. Dude's massive. Whereas Jayden Daniels is like also 6'4", big, but 210.
Skinny.
He's gonna need to, he's gonna need to bulk up for sure, which is not that big of a deal. But when you look at what each can do, I think is like a pocket passer. I just think Drake is that guy. But I think an argument you could make for Jayden Daniels to the Patriots is that you guys as skill position players are, I don't want to say like, no, I mean like they're lacking, right? Like you don't have big game changers as of right now. And so getting a quarterback in there that is one of the best at doing things on their own would be a positive. But I think when people are making that argument for Jayden, you could easily counter it with, well, Drake May had 9 rushing touchdowns this year. He ran for 650 yards last year. Like, this is also a guy who is 6'5" that can also go get you 600 yards and 9 touchdowns on the ground as well. So I just think, every argument that someone could make for Jayden, I could make, a counter for Drake. I don't know if I would be upset with either pick from like a outside looking in, because obviously like I'm not a Patriots fan, but just like looking at it, I wouldn't be too disappointed with either one. I just think, like when it comes to age, size, like all that is pointing towards Drake May.
And for the Patriots, especially with bringing in a new offensive coordinator, bringing in a new defensive coordinator, I don't think we're running an RPO type offense with the Patriots. We're still going to run an old school system, obviously, with 12 personnel, 21 personnel, run the ball, pass it when we need to pass it. We're not too much of a fancy offense. So that's why I say Drake May as a pocket passer would be better than Jayden Daniels. I think Jayden Daniels could more fit of a Lamar Jackson system a little bit. He can fit more with the Ravens.
Yeah. But to be fair, though, he did just have the best QBR in all of college football and threw 40 touchdowns to 4 picks. I think that the potential of Drake May is a little bit better, but I think if you were to look at like immediate, you could definitely argue that Jayden Daniels just had a far better season in the box score than Drake did. And
that's true. That's true. You're not wrong.
He had the best QBR or quarterback rating in the country out of every quarterback in the country and threw for 40 touchdowns to just 4 picks. I mean, that's insane.
True, but that doesn't mean you're going to progress that in the NFL.
I understand. But I feel like where I agree with you on almost everything in there, I do think that Jayden Daniels is kind of getting slept on from his passing ability. Like, yeah, it's a little bit more raw than Drake. I think Drake is a more polished passer. But, I mean, Jayden Daniels already showed us what his raw ability can do in the collegiate level. Like, a little bit of polish on that, we have no idea. It's the same thing with Anthony Richardson. They didn't take him because, his stats blew him away. They were like, damn, this guy's a raw athlete that we can mold into a quarterback. Obviously, he's got to stay healthy, but I think if you were to say the same thing with Jayden Daniels, be like, damn, he's kind of raw as an athlete, but we can mold him. But his version of being raw as an athlete was being the best quarterback in the country. There's a lot of upside there. It's just he's 3 years older and he's got a little bit more of an injury proneness, I think, just from his size.
It's going to be tough. I don't know. This will be banging in my head from March until we enter the draft. So hopefully Robert Kraft, please make the right decision. Jerod Mayo, please make the right decision because I'm sick of this losing shit. We need to win the Super Bowl. Expectations. As soon as you get a quarterback, I'll put the expectations up here. They're going
you need some skill players first, dude. You need some skill players.
Get somebody. You got free agency around in March. Get somebody from free agency.
You need
Get DeAndre Hopkins. He ain't
that
staying
offensive line needs some work too, because
make some
whoever you've got back there is going to be the next Anthony Richardson if that offensive line can't protect.
Well, get
the next
DeAndre
Joe
Hopkins.
Burrow his rookie year. Like, that can't happen.
Get DeAndre Hopkins. I don't think he's staying with the Titans after a coaching change, and they don't have a quarterback either. So if Jerod Mayo, you say you're going to press conference, you're going to spend some money. Don't be Belichick. You better go ahead and spend some money. Yeah. You better go get them guys. Spend some money. Spend some money. I'm not playing with the Patriots this year. I'm sick of that shit. But this is it for Lambo Basketball. It's supposed to be like, comment, subscribe. We want to thank you, Sauce, for the platform. We will catch you later.